Okay. So I was saying, let's say this is an exact match, right? I'm saying email equal to. Okay. But sometimes you have to like do the partial match or contains, where I'm not checking the exact string, I'm checking part of the string or part of the number. Okay. So in that case, we use like operator. Okay. Like operator. So I will say where email like where email like. So wherever you see the blue icon, that means this is reserved character from the MySQL. Okay. And wherever you see black items and other icons, that means that these are customized data. So I say where email like. Okay. Now instead of searching everything, I would say, so now in like there are three possibilities. It starts with, ends with, and then contains anywhere. What does start means? Start with means check that the string start with this prefix. So if I say this, that means all the data which starts with this prefix will come. So currently I guess there is only one data. Let me remove certain parts so that it becomes more clear. Okay, this is more clear. So I'm saying that email should contain 20. Okay, so as you can see, anywhere in the string, if it is containing 20, the results has been displayed 20, 20, 20. You can see that, right?
Yeah.
So Charita?
So a part of it is taken.
Yeah, like search in all the table where you see where email contains 20, that means contains 20, anywhere in the string, return that. Okay.
Yeah.
So in the first two, it starts with 20. In the last one, it contains 20 in the mid.
Yeah.
Now let's make a deviation from this and do something like this. Okay. It means that all the string which starts from 20. Right? Did you see?
Yeah, I can see.
That now the third string is removed. Because my condition is different. So this percentile operator is very useful in like contains or like match. Similarly, let's say I want to check whether something ends on with particular text. So for that you use this one, and instead of 20, because nothing is starting from ending from 20, I would say com. So you would see that all the data here which has com coming up at the end. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly, if you need something like not like, that can also be done. This data is not like com. Clear? See, last time we had 39 rows. Let's say we want to know what was that row where the data does not contain com at the end. So you can use not operator in that case. Clear?
Yeah.
So basically you are using these queries to create to find the test data or to verify the test data or to verify your test case, right? So in those cases, these queries does help a lot. Okay.
Mm.
Similarly, this not operator also works for equal. So like match is shown. So last time when I ran this query for equal, you saw that it returned one result, right?
Mm.
Now I'm saying where email not equal to this. So it should return 40 minus 1. See, this is a not equal operator. Okay, not equal. Clear?
Yeah.
Can you
Earlier also we wrote not.
now can you write a query where you can tell me all the full name where name not contains Chandan?
Okay.
Is it clear? Give me
Yeah.
the
I write.
data. Give me all the
Yeah.
data where full name does not contain Chandan.
Mm.
Can you write that query?
Yes, I'm writing.
Wait. Extract all the data where full name does not contain Chandan.
Okay. Full name does not contain.
Wow, what's up?
Semicolon. This is the way we write. Something I missed out.
No, you are saying not equal. Okay. I'm saying not contains.
Oh, this is not equal.
Yeah. I'm saying
What is
not
this?
contains. You need to use like operator.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Right. So not like right? No.
Not like, and then you need to use percentile also.
Not like, and then what size percentage? This one?
Run. What's the result? Nothing, right? Because every name has
No.
full name. Okay. Now, when this is like for one condition, one field condition, right? Sometimes you have to have more than one condition. Okay. In those cases, we use and or condition. And or condition. So if I say something like full name like Chandan, right? And to filter out more, I say and email like let's say 19. Okay. That is, there's no data like that. Let's say 20.
So one thing, like not contains and not equal to. The difference is like the not contain means it doesn't contain this.
Anywhere in the string. Not
Hmm,
equal to is basically exact string.
exact.
Okay, so as you can see here, multiple filters are allowed. I'm saying that give me all the data where full name is like Chandan. So every full name has Chandan somewhere. And then email like 20. Every email has 20 somewhere. Okay. So it has like and condition means it should satisfy both the condition. When I say or, that means any condition is satisfied, means there will be more records now.
So and means it should have both Chandan and 20, both it should have.
Yeah, both filter. In this case, even one filter will be
So it
sufficient.
will have more data.
See, so almost every data has either Chandan or 20. Okay, even Chandan is 39, and then one data which is not having Chandan has 20 in email.
20.
That's why all the records are selected. So in SQL queries, you can filter data with where, you can use a matching operator like, right? You can use condition like and on or. You can filter data based on field. If you need all the field, then you use all star. If you need particular fields, you can use this one. The other thing is sometimes you may need it. Sometimes you just need to count the number of rows, right? How many rows are there in this table? Something like when you run this, you can see that the 40 rows are there. But when you work on a big data, data applications, there are millions of rows. So this SQL agent is will not be able to run those queries. If you are running those queries, then you will be getting timeout because there are so much data, right? So in those cases, when there are so much data and you just need to know what is the total number of rows or total number of data present in this database, then in that case, you can use count. Okay. Sometimes, so let's say the count is not a field name, right? Just like email address or full name or phone were the field name. So if you want to give some alias or better name to these kind of field name which is not defined, then you can use as. This is used for alias. So I can say total rows.
Like this from user.profiles, you are not writing this. From where you are getting this one? Select from
What?
this, no, the select from user.profiles. You're
Yeah,
not writing it, right?
that is already written, right? When I ran this, it actually returns a query. See,
Okay, okay. From
now
profile.
rather than star, I am doing certain other operation. Because as I said, in big database, if you run this query, it can cause damage to your database server. Okay. DevOps may ask you to stop the query. So that's why you don't run select all everything. You always use rare condition, or sometimes when you want to know how many rows are there, then you can use count. And the third thing is alias. You already know alias. Sorry. Now, let's say you want to find out how many distinct records are there in the database. Okay. Let's say I want to find out how many distinct full name are there in the database, right? Distinct means different, like unique. So there is a distinct keyword for that. And in that you can say in the field name. So it will tell you how many distinct full name are there in this database. See, only 2 full name which are distinct. Every other name is a copy of either this or this, means duplicate. Clear?
Yeah.
So can you run this?
Distinct full name is it is Chandan 1. So why did it select this? It's not Chandan is distinct one.
No, Chandan 1 is also distinct, right? Chandan 1 and Chandan are not equal, right? So you don't confuse it with like operator. Like is matching anything. Here there is a equal operator. So are these two string equal?
No.
No, right? So that's why these are distinct. Similarly, if I, let's say, do phone, these are the two distinct numbers. Clear?
Okay. So distinct means they should not be same type. They can be two different.
Yeah, they should not be equal. There should not be any duplicate. Okay. Can you write me a query for this now?
What? Which one?
Email. Find me all the distinct email. Change this query to find all the distinct email from this table. So you are making a mistake. So distinct is not applied on the last. It is applied when you are doing select all.
Okay, select.
Instead of star, you should be using this. See, you don't have to write everything. When you say dist, it will automatically appear. Distinct will automatically appear. So you made a mistake now in the typing mistake, right? In the distinct. So when you say dist, this will appear. So you try to select this. Minimize the typing error by selecting auto completion details. Okay. Okay. So now in the distinct, you have to supply some parameter like which field you need here. So now in bracket, you have to supply email.
If there is a gap in between, does this matter?
No issues. Can you run this?
I'll forget this after select, then after from.
So as you notice that everything came, right?
Yeah.
Because in every table, there is some unique field. Okay. That's how our fields are recognized. Like if everything is duplicate, then it will be very difficult to insert data in that. Right. So this email field is actually unique. And these kind of fields where you are able to uniquely identify a particular row is called primary key. Okay, it's called primary key.
Primary.
So
So sometimes like now you select district email we are writing here. Then when we are writing like, not like, that we are writing after profile we are writing that.
yeah, because
how to know where to write?
those are filters, right? Where we are filtering data. This is not the filter. Here we are trying to get some information about this table. Right.
So after this, can we write like if we write equal to suppose email equal to, or
no.
to write that equal, like it contains the number 20 if I want to write here now.
Yeah, that you can do in a subquery. I will talk about subqueries later on. But when you let's say you try to do that. Okay, that we can do in subqueries. I will tell you more on this. But let's say let's say whatever you're saying, let's try to do that. Right where email equal to, take the first or second, copy paste that and try to run this. Space, single space after every particular keyword. Yeah. Where email equal to, select any data from this row in quotes.
Percentage.
Always use
Percentage.
quotes for string. 2 single quotes. Yeah. Now in between that, try to paste data from any row.
Email I don't need. Okay. I'll take this anyone.
Anything, anyone you can take. Run this. Got it?
Hmm.
So first part is ran first. Once you got that, after applying filters, you got this.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that, but this is not the proper use case. You don't do distinction first and then apply some where condition.
Okay.
That is a good example of subquery. I will tell you about, like inside query, you can have more filters.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let me tell you about one more filtering detail. As I told you, right, when you do something like that, select all, it takes a lot of time compared to selecting a single record, right?
Yeah.
But let's say when you're working in a very long database and you don't know any filter or any field data which which you can identify uniquely. So in those cases, what you can do, you can see the latest 10 records, right? Latest 10 records. So in those cases, you can use order by. Order by, let's say, email. So this is used for sorting. Order by email. So there are two ways, descending and ascending. By default, it is ascending, and then descending. Mostly use descending for to see the latest records. So when you do this, this will sort this based on email address. Okay. So now there is a sorting. So if you need to sort the data, then you use order by, ascending or descending.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Very
Because
simple.
email is not there.
Email data is now sorted. See, A is coming first, then 99, then 98, then 95.
No, suppose email data is not there, then
Email data is not there.
yeah. Then what do we? How do we
What do you mean by
find that?
not there?
Means the email is not there in the database. Then how do we do?
It will not show the result then, right? It will be showing 0 because
Oh.
field is not there.
Hmm.
There is a possibility that field is there, but data is not there, right? Then again, it will sort. If everything is not there, then it will sort everything in a same order, like, because everything is null. But
Yeah, I'm
if
asking
there
if
are,
the data is not there, then what will
yeah, so
happen?
if I'm saying
Hmm.
that if data is not there, then again it will based on whatever. So let's say I add a data, Chandan at Gmail, and other fields are null. Okay, because this is a unique field, so we need to add it. And now I will do order by on full name. So whichever is the null field will go at the bottom. See,
Okay.
if you're doing descending, if you're saying ascending, then it will go on the top. So increasing, decreasing. Clear?
Hmm.
Now the other pieces of sorting. Sorting is done. Now as I was saying that you need like limited count, right? You need like, I need only 10 rows or 5 rows, latest 5 rows. Then in those cases we use limit keyword. So I can say limit 10. So right now it is returning 41 rows. If I say limit 10, it will only return 10 rows. Okay. So we use lot of limit things, limit keyword to see, even MySQL provides a limit by default, because it knows that if you're running queries in very big database, it will impact the database performance. Okay.
Yeah.
So inside, in the background, they are also running this query. See, we ran this query, select all for user profile, but it says limit 1000, 0,1000 means from 0 till 1000.
Yeah, not more than that.
Yeah. So let's say in here, I want to get the detail from 8 to the 10. So I can also say this. I can ignore the first row. Okay. So this chandan@gmail will not come now. See? So that filtering you can also do in the limit. Okay.
Yeah. This way, like we can have many sorting options, right? Many ways.
Yeah. Like now, based on your requirement, so you should know that these are the things which SQL supports. Now, whenever you work in a live environment or live data, based on your requirement, you can use multiple things together. It's not like it will not support with this, it will not support with this. You will be running multiple things together. Your goal would be to find out your data set efficiently. Okay. So if this is limit is used in MySQL, but if you're on SQL Server, then similar keyword is top. Top is supported in SQL Server, top 5, top 10. Okay.
So SQL is again different. MySQL is again
SQL Server is different. Why it is different? Because it is from Microsoft. So they created their own version, right? So like query wise, they are mostly similar, but the keywords are slightly like in Java and C#, programming concepts are similar, but syntaxing is a little bit different.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, there are some time where you may need to like find out maximum or minimum values from the table for particular field, right? Especially if you're working something related to financial data, you may need that. So there are two ways to do that. Either you can like use order by descending, right? When you say order by descending limit 1, it will give you the top data, right? The other thing is maximum function. So I can say select max. It will only work with like something with the numbers. Okay. Select max phone. So it will give me the data where phone number has the maximum amount. Okay. Similarly, we have min. Min for minimum.
Means maximum amount and minimum amount means?
Minimum amount, like if you are working with something related to salary, right? So you want to know who gets the maximum salary in the organization or minimum.
For that max.
These kind of things you can do with min and max.
No, like phone number, min and max. What does?
Yeah, because phone number is also, so when you see there is a command describe. Describe. When I say describe user profile, describe this table. It will give you the detail about the table, like background detail. So here you can see this field is email. data type is varchar. Varchar means variable characters. Limit is 500 characters. Okay.
Mm.
It does not allow any null values. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a primary key. PRI primary key. Okay.
Yeah.
So what was your question? Oh yeah, why phone number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the third thing is phone number. It is an integer. I'm storing it in integer. So if you're storing something in integer, that will have maximum and minimum value, right?
It's numbers, maximum,
Yeah,
minimum
integer
numbers.
are numbers actually. Integer,
Okay.
float. I will tell you about data types in programming lessons.
Mm.
Integer, float, and double. These are all numbers. So
Okay. So
numbers have
maximum phone number means the maximum digits it has in that phone number.
yeah. So any,
Okay.
let's say every let's say there are 10-digit number, lot of 10-digit number. Even in those 10-digit number, there would be a number which is maximum, right? Like 8999999 is the maximum 10-digit number, right? Starting with 8.
Okay. That.
Similarly, starting with 8, minimum number is 800000000.
Okay, that is
Yeah, that is like, this is not the correct example, but feels like salary, right?
Yeah, salary I understand. Yeah.
Feels like marks, total marks in a student database. These
Yeah,
are
that.
these have like, because ranking is based on that, right? In those
Yeah,
cases,
that.
those min max function becomes. So I'm telling you because maybe you may need it in future, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, similar to that, there are some math. These are all mathematical function useful in mathematical things. There is an average also. Okay, it will tell you the average number. Let's say there are marks from 50 to 100 of 40 students. Average field will give you addition of all those divided by number of rows.
So like we found out maximum phone number. So that we are filtering only, right? Filtering out one number from there.
No, not filtering. Maximum is not filtering. Maximum is finding out details. Who has the filtering is like where condition, right?
Yeah.
Here you are getting some information about the database. You're getting information how many. So count is you're getting information how many rows are there. Maximum is you're getting information what is the maximum value present in the database. This is not a filtration. This is like a information about something, right? Insights. Okay, you see these kind of thing in analytics in marketing. They use lot of mathematical operations, right? How many maximum users are present on this particular page in a day?
Yeah.
This kind of query, they use analytics, and in that they use these functions.
Okay, so these are called analytics. This the average
insights or information. Okay,
information. Okay.
You're getting some information out of your data. Insights, kind of analytics or insight. You will see notice that in marketing lot. Marketing uses lot of all these mathematical functions. And then in API you see filtering, filter out this kind of data, which is where we use where condition, order by, and so on. Similarly, average is there, and similarly we have sum. If you want to do sum of all the numbers, that also you can do. So SQL can also perform as a calculator if you want to.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, order by, why do you use that order by?
Order by is sorting.
Sorting. Yeah.
Sorting. So can you write a query which can give me top 3 phone numbers by, so let's say maximum, second maximum, and third maximum phone number digit.
Oh, can you repeat the question?
Can you give me top 3 phone number digits. I gave you example of maximum, right? But this time I want top three. Maximum, maximum minus one, maximum minus two. First, second, third. Phone number.
So first I'll take, like, instead of sum, I'll write maximum phone number. Then I'll use this one or this one. This one, right?
Because there is a function max, but there is no function called max minus one, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do it? Like, can you think on it?
Yeah, can we do with the limit? Like, no.
Yeah. Think on it. You are on the right track.
I forgot how to write that one. Limit.
Order by and then limit. Right?
Order by. Limit will be. Three numbers in descending order. If I write three numbers.
Order by on which field? Phone number, right? So write phone. Order by phone. You don't need max now, right? You only need phone. Because if you say max, it will only always select the one field, maximum one. So you can delete the max operator and have only field as phone. Phone. Select phone from user profile. Here. Select phone.
So order by
is later part. What you need, like you have to like write what you need in the result. You need phone number in the result, right? So select phone from user profile, order by phone. Now what you get with this, you get all the phone numbers. Order by phone means descending or ascending order, right?
Ascending order.
But you need in descending order, maximum minus one, maximum minus two. And also you only need 3 records because I'm saying only get top 3.
So descending, then 0,3.
Yeah, something like that. Can you write down?
Let me try.
No, only this. That's why that appeared. Keyword appeared. Yeah. Whenever
Descending.
keyword appears, you need to select that. Okay.
Mm.
Don't write your keyword.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, that is done. Now you need
3,000 or something like that.
you need only three rows. How to filter that?
3,000 this way.
No, first of all, you need to say limit, right? You need to limit it. So you would say limit. Either you can say 0,3 or you can directly say 3.
Okay.
Got it? So these
Yeah.
are the top 3 maximum numbers, right? You can say these two are duplicates. That's why these are appearing. And the first one clearly has the maximum value because it has one more digit, right?
Yeah.
So that is how you do it.
Yeah. I understood the logic, but how to write, I got confused. How do I write it?
Yeah.
Mm.
So you will get it. So that's why I'm saying keep practicing after this session, okay? So that
Yeah.
like even though
Any more
you know the
exercise?
logic,
Like,
but typing it and writing it takes time.
yeah. Mm. Like,
Now,
which are the words we commonly use, like in
all these queries are commonly used in testing. That's why I'm suggesting you all this.
Mm. Yeah. Anything else you can give me? I can try
Yeah,
one more.
yeah. So go, I'm coming.
Mm.
So now this is done, right?
Mm.
So there is one more operator called in. Okay, in.
Mm.
In means, let's say when you are checking equal, right? You're checking for one record in the database. But sometimes you need to check for multiple records, maybe 2, maybe 10, right?
Mm.
So how can you do that? You cannot use equal because equal accept only one. You need something kind of a list, right?
Yeah.
So in those cases, we use in operator. Okay, so if you run this, and now here you can say where phone number, phone, or you can say email because phone and full name are duplicates. Email in. Okay, and this is where you can supply a list. Okay, so let's say I want to supply these two items.
Phone number is distinct, right? Or
Phone number is also very like there are a lot of duplicates in this, right? So now you will get only these two records. Okay. So generally, like when there is a issue happens on production, you get set of data from the users. Okay. So what you have to check whether for all those users the situation is same or the data is same or the pattern of the bug is same. So that kind of root cause analysis you can do with in operator. Okay, to find out whether all the data which is related to the bug having the same data set or not. Okay, like type ID or category or something, is it same or not? If it is different for particular user, then maybe you can investigate that further and so on. Maybe right now you don't get idea, but when you work on real tables, you would see lot more fields. Okay. Similarly, this is in, and if you want to do not in, that is also possible using not in. Okay, that would be a reversal. Last time we got 2 rows, now we got remaining rows. Right? Both are important. Like based on your requirement, you can try both of them. Okay.
yeah.
My WhatsApp app.
When your database has something in dates, right, or numbers, then another thing where you can use is between operator. So let's say I say phone number, phone between this and this. This is very, between is very useful in dates condition. Like you need data between 20th August, 19th August and 20th August. That kind of thing you can do. Phone number is not the correct way. But for reference, I can give you this. But this is very useful in terms of date fields. So you got the data between this and this. Okay.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
Can you write this for email address? Like between numbers, this and this. Like
That
what I
much.
want is, I want all the data where email starts with a number, okay, between this and this. Like I'm saying you to must do two things, like and between. Get me all the data from this table where email starts between this and this, starts with number and range is between this and this. Maybe too complex for you. Okay, can you try on full name? Full name between Chandan 1 and Chandan. Can you try?
Yeah.
And then short it, then short it by phone number. Okay.
Okay.
First, find it all the data where full name is between Chandan and Chandan 1, and then short it by phone number. So Charita, I said between, not like. Full name is between Chandan and Chandanvan, and then short by phone number.
Mm. I don't remember that between.
Uh, okay. There is a echo in your side. Are you running it on two system?
No, no. Is it okay now?
Yeah. No, I guess still repeating. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's fine now. So I said between, like full name between
Mm.
Chandan.
So we can use between us.
Yeah, directly.
Okay.
That I showed the sample. Chandan and Chandanvan, order by phone number, desk. Okay. So now even though phone number is not visible, still filtering is happening. So I wanted to show you that it is not necessary to have something or part of filter, but not having it here. So even if you have that particular field in select section or not, filter will still work. Okay. So now if you add the phone number, you will notice similar kind of result. Okay. Shorted data came first. So between is very useful in dates, in number, when you want to find something between range and all those things. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess in is already covered, right?
Yes. In
In is all in is already covered. There is one more wild card which is useful. Let's say currently you see here everything in the select all from profile, right? So there is one more wildcard character, just like, okay, just like, it is percentile, sorry, just like percentile, it is used with like, what do you call it? Underscore, right? Underscore 100. Okay. Select all from table where name, full name, like underscore 100. So in this way, what I'm telling you is basically not full name, email address. Nothing is there. So this is useful when I am saying that it can start with any character, whether it is Chandan, Nandan, anything, but it should have like, so give me all the email address or all the data where email start with any character, but then after that it has this. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
So if email is if I replace this and I say start with any character, does it do you have yeah, I start with any character, but at the after that it should have this. Okay, so it is starting with 1. I have not said that it should start with 1, like I was doing that in percentile, right? Because like in some cases you don't care about the initials or the prefix, you care about, like this is like regex. Regex is regular expression. So you are saying that it can start with anything, but after that it should have this. Okay, this is one more sorry, this is one more regex example which you can use in filtering the data. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not like limited to this case. You can also say like something like full name starts with,
Here you can like a percentage and then we can put 81 this one. That means this will come in the like we like sure
yeah,
not like
percentage.
percentage 20. So in the end 20 comes. So in the end this one comes. We can write that way also.
No. So how? But in that case, you are saying that start with this, end with this, but you are not
No, there
saying.
it can start with anything, right? Like percentage 20. Suppose if I write here, the
Yeah.
end should be with.
But
Yeah.
underscore is not limited to that. That's why I'm saying I'm giving you more example.
Oh.
So that was limited on start, end, and contains. In percentile, I can also say that a full name start with C, then it has H, okay, and then it has A. Okay. So it starts with D, followed by it can have any character. Sorry, followed by it can have any character. So CH, right? And then followed by any character, then CHAND. CHAND. Something like that. Can you do that with like? Sucharita, can you do that with like? I'm saying full name starts with C, then it can have any character, then it should have A, then it can have any character, then it should have D. No, so the issue with the issue with percentile is you are grouping it right with certain text. Either it should start with this, end with this, or contains this,
Yes.
but there is a group. But underscore does not depend upon group. Okay. So here there is a differentiation. Like percentile works with group. Okay, because last time I only show you one underscore. That's why I thought like this is similar. But underscore does not work with group. It can work on particular character also. So you can have character validation. Got it?
So like here, C underscore A means between C and A, there should be only one letter or one number.
Yeah, after C, it
only
can
one.
have any character.
One
after
character.
that, it should have A. But and after A, it should have any character. But after that, it should have D. Something
one
like
character. Multiple characters won't be there.
you
only
can have
one
multiple character also if you have multiple underscore. Okay.
Okay, means for one underscore,
one character. Clear? So that thing also you can use this particular operator.
So here we need not give the percentage sign, no? Like not.
Yeah, that's the good thing about it. In percentage, things happens in a group. Here it happens on a particular character. So it works on a character level. The percentile works on a group level. Okay. There is a one more thing about that particular percentile, but it make use of brackets, not the brackets. What's you say? What do you say about this? I don't know what it is. Right? Not curly braces, not brackets.
Yeah, square braces.
Square brackets. Yeah. So what in some cases you also want like it can start with any character out of ABC, right? It can start with any character out of ABC, but then after that, so I want all the names which starts from ABC. Okay, ABC. So in like, right? If you remember, we were saying it should start with one. It should start with some group. Should either start with C, either Chandan, or something. But here with this particular square brackets, you can define like one off operator. So I can say, give me all the data from this table where full name starts with either A, either B, or either C. Okay. Either operator. This can be used as a either.
Okay, not ABC. Either of them.
Yeah. Okay. Then you can have anything, but it should start with either A, B, or C. Okay.
And it's the opposite. Like if it ending with A, either A, B, or C, then the percentage will come in front.
You want something very long, like A to N. You don't want to write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, right? So in those cases, you can do something like this, A to N, with the dash operator. Okay. All these are very useful.
And if we put and if you put the percentage sign before the bracket, then it will be the opposite, right? It will end with A to N.
It can start with anything, but should end from
with A to N.
Either A and D. Okay.
Means A dash N means A to N, any alphabet.
A to N. Yeah, A to N. Okay. So these you will be like less likely to use this, but like mostly percentile will make sure that you can use, like you will be working mostly with percentile, but sometimes you need certain character limit, right? I need like between range from A to L, or I need like some pattern which start with C, then it should have H, then it should have any character, then it should have N. So all those things you can do with these kind of operators. So yeah, so this is like mostly single query in SQL. When you do like, these are the example of where everything is happening in a within a single query, right? Or I was always doing select and I was only using one select, right? Like, but sometimes you also get data from multiple tables. Okay. So in those cases, we use joins, we use subqueries, and we use other related things. That I will tell you in the next class. I need to create some more tables for that. Okay. Any questions so far?
No, so far I'll practice then. I
You can practice all this by looking into the recording. You have the database. Okay. You can run as many as you want.
Okay.
But don't insert anything. Concentrate on select right now. Okay.
Okay.
Because as a QA, you won't be doing much insertion and deletion. Mostly you will be involving in select queries. So that's why I will focus more on select queries. This is like a single table select queries, and then later on we'll see example where how you can extract data from multiple tables.
Okay.
Okay.
So can you give me some question? I will do to give me some question.
But you said right, you wanted to do in front of me. That's why yesterday.
Yeah, I want to do in front of you also, but after leaving also, that I have some practice.
Okay.
Now you can give me one. I'll try one. Anyone you give me, and then.
Yeah. So what you can do from this table. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
So single query. Okay. From this table, give me all the data where email ends with gmail.com. Okay.
Email ends with gmail.com. Okay.
So, select all data where email ends with gmail.com. And full name has pattern CA and number phone ends with this limit 0 to 9. Can you see chat? So there are 3 fields in this table. I'm saying give me all the data where email ends with gmail.com, full name has pattern C underscore A, and phone number ends with from 0 to 9. Okay. Clear, Sucharita?
Yes.
Yeah. So it is a mixture of a lot of things you can check. Right.
Yeah. So how do I go to profile from here?
Schemas. Click on schema. Is bottom. Yeah. Here these are the tables. Click on tables drop down. Then here you can click
profile.
Okay. It will show you the or you can see this particular tab right on top. Create a new SQL tab. That you can also click. It will create a new SQL tab for you, and then you can run the queries. Select all from user dot profile. Okay.
So
Limit.
all this time it was coming by itself only, no?
Yeah, you
When
can
I click
click
on
on-
profile.
Yeah, you can do this by clicking on this.
Hmm.
As many time you click, it will appear.
Yeah.
Okay, see you.
Yeah. And